Hey, what's up, guys? So trying to fix this Dogecoin, Goldshell Dogecoin miner. So what I believe that's bad is this controller board. So because the Ethernet port doesn't work, and it's due to this, I believe this controller chip here is bad. So I don't have the controller chip yet. I will be getting that tomorrow, and I am going to. What I'm going to do is like, right. What I'm going to do now is just remove the this controller chip right now. That's pretty much what I'm going to do right now. Like pre-repair. That's what I'm doing live. Okay. So, what else I need to do? I need to turn this on. Um, and I need this here. Live chat. All right. And you can see this, but I'll try to move it this way. And I just move down like that. Yeah, I like that one. So let me proceed. Hold on, let me just put this in here. So I'm gonna use this Amtech Flux. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello. So, yeah, this has a bad controller board. Yeah, I'm. Oh God. Yeah, so this has a bad control board, and I'm going to be removing this chip here, this IC here. This is the controller chip for the Ethernet. The lights won't come on. So that's what I'm doing. So right now I'm just gonna remove it tonight because I don't have the chip. The chip is actually coming in tomorrow, and I'm just gonna heat this bad boy up and remove it That's what I'm doing today. Hold up, hold up. I need something to hold this. Let's see if I can use this to hold this board. I think I can use it. I think I can use it. Oh yeah, I can use this. Let's boogie. I'm gonna heat it up so I can remove that chip. There you go. About to come out. There you go. I remove the chip. Chip is out. Throw that there. So now I'm just gonna prep the pad. Try to see what I can do with this. We are back live. Yes, we are back live. We are back live. So I'm just kind of prepping the pads. Should be. Sucking out that air, that fumes. kind of looking good. Looking all right. Okay. Looks all right. Let me clean it up. Clean up this mess here. So that's it. I removed that chip there. Show you. Chip is removed right there, which is the controller chip that controls the Ethernet. This is the chip right there. I should be getting this tomorrow, and I will be installing it tomorrow. This one is bad. Let me test, see if it's shorted, because it was registering as a short, the board. Just checking if anything is shorted to ground. No, this is ground here. They're looking good. They're looking good so far. It's looking good. It's looking good. So let's test the other one, the original one. Okay. That's it for that. He was doing a little minting earlier. What were you minting? What token you were minting? I just think you're cute. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna be waiting for that ship to come in tomorrow. And to work on that. I'm working on that tomorrow. That should fix the issue though. That should fix the issue. If it doesn't fix the issue, then I don't know. Then I don't know what's wrong with it. I think that's gonna be the fix though. I think that's gonna be the fix. Build it real good, yeah. Build it real good. Fix it, more like fix it. Can't wait to get that shipped tomorrow so I can mess around with that. Um, I'm going to plug this in. Yeah. Okay. I'm working on a Dogecoin miner, Goldshell Dogecoin miner. This is the control board, and I just removed this chip here. I don't have the new one that's coming in tomorrow. I'll show you the chip. This is the controller chip. That's bad right here. So I just removed that. That's bad. That controller chip. Short it out. And I'll be replacing it with another one tomorrow. Hopefully that fixes it, because I'm not getting any Ethernet connection. So tomorrow that comes in, I will be replacing that tomorrow. Yep, that's what I'm doing. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Anybody else on here? I see there's people on here. That's it for this video. I think I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I'm from USA, New York City. USA, New York City. New York City. New York City. New York, New York, New York City. I'm from New York. I'm from New York. This needs to be clean too. It's super dirty. Let me try to clean this fan. Try to. Super dirty. For the fans for the monitor. But since I'm already here, I might as well try to clean them. So for now, I'm going to clean these fans. extremely dirty. Throw the fans in an ultrasonic cleaner. I don't have one. Hopefully this does something. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that the damn chip, I removed it. This is the chip that I removed. This right here, tiny. This is the controller chip that controls the Ethernet port, and that's what seems to not be working. I mean, it was shorted out, you know, shorted out. So when I removed the chip, it's no longer shorted. So I believe that that's what it is. But tomorrow I will be getting another chip tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. I got it from eBay. Actually, it's a used one. It's not new. I said it was new, but it was not new. It's from eBay because that was the fastest I can get it. I did order new ones, 10 of them from AliExpress, but those are gonna take like almost a month to come. Those are the new ones that I'm getting. So the other one that I'm getting, I think it's used. I believe it's used, but it supposedly works. I hope it works. But like I said, the board was short. It was reading that it was shorted. So by removing the chip, now it's not shorted anymore. So I believe that that's what it was. So I'm just right now just kind of cleaning this fan since I'm here. And I'm just going to. I mean, these fans are very dirty. I mean, I have another set of fans. It's gonna use the same one. I'm gonna get this Doge coin mine working. You know what I mean? Working. If not, it's gonna end up spare parts. No, but anyway, it's not gonna end up spare parts because I know it's the control board is bad for sure. I just would have to get another control board. This thing is filthy. It's just filthy. I gotta clean it before I get that part tomorrow. a feeling that there's about to be a lot of GPU hitting the market. Yeah, yeah. Man, I am just done. Honestly, I am done with CPU and GPU mining. I don't know about you guys. Y'all can do it, man. I just can't. I just can't. I mean, you guys might win. You guys might win, but I'm just. I shut them off. I shut the GPU off. But I'm still looking to get a, a 5000 series card. I'm gonna still try to do like salad mining. I'm still gonna try it. I want to do something like that. Like to rent out that type of stuff, man. But I gotta be making like at least $5 a day. I gotta make at least $5 a day. Just can't. I can't live on $1 a day. That type of thing. It's gotta be like $5 a day or something like that. You know. You know. And if I do, like, I want to set 4 machines up. For now. Right now I have two, and one of them actually needs a CPU and a GPU. So, you know, I have three. Well, one of them is a GPU and a CPU, but two of them have CPU and GPU, but they're not GPUs are not good. I have a 3060 and a 1660 Super Home, but I would like to replace those with 5000 series or something like that, or maybe 90 or something like that. I don't know. Maybe 4080 Ti or something like that, and try that out. There's a little bit more cleaning. So if I can get, you know, 4080, I'll probably be able to get a 4080 once the 5000 start rolling in, the 5060. Oh, I got 5080, 5070. Those start rolling out, I think, next week. People are gonna start dumping those 4000 series and 3000 series. You know, that's what I think. But I want to put some mining rigs to rent for rent, like salad type. I only know like two websites that actually do that I know of. Like you can rent out. It's gotta be like $5 a day, man, or at least close to it, because that won't be worth it. I'm not gonna. It won't be worth it to me. A dollar a day, and then I start adding things up. Oh, $1 a day, 365 days, I make $1, $365. Looking for $365. I don't think that's worth it. I can do it for 5. That's probably gonna be worth it. $1 a day. $1 a day to get to, and then you buy it, and you're spending like $2,000 for the GPU to make $1 a day. Nah, it's just not worth it. It's gotta be like $5 up and up type of thing. For me, that ain't gonna be worth it. But yeah, I was mining that. I was mining Quai, but gave up. Gave up, man. Good luck. It might do. It might do good. I think I got almost 10 Quai or something. I'm done with it, man. There's got people that got millions. I can't compete with them that already got millions. Those people that got millions, they're sitting fat. They're just waiting. They're just waiting. You know what I mean? They're just waiting to dump. You wanna, okay, 9800 XT. No, I don't have the chip yet. Yeah, I was hoping I get it today, but I just figured out, I just removed the other one, whatever, and then ready. I get it tomorrow, probably about like 6 p.m. around there. That's about, it's coming USPS, so they're gonna take forever to come, and I'm gonna get it around that time. I was hoping to get it today, man. I was really wanted to mess around today. I mean, I got my fingers crossed that it's. So you gotta put it in right. I gotta put it in correctly. That's one thing. I gotta put it in correctly. And it's two, it's used, so I'll put it in and see what happens. But supposedly guaranteed that's working. And when I put that in, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna wait for the new ones to come in, which are gonna come in like in a month. But whatever, I'll just wait. I know it's the controller board. I know it's the controller board, but I'm just trying to fix the controller board. Mr. Euclid, what's the other thing? Vast or something? Which what thing? Oh, okay. It's like salad, but it's called vast. I don't know. I don't know, but another one. Mining something. I don't know. Mining. I don't know. That I want to try. Like, yeah, I want to try to do. I really want to do that rental type of thing. But like I said, for me, it's got to be $5 or close to $5. I can't do it for $1. It's start adding things up. I'm gonna be like, all right, I bought a GPU, like almost $2,000 for the GPU. I'm only gonna make $365 for the entire year. It's like gonna take years, man. I don't have all life, to I want to make money. I don't want to struggle trying to break even, you know. So it's got to be like $5 better or around there. So I want to set up 4 rigs up like that. I have, like I said, I got 3 machines there, but one of them needs a GPU and a CPU. But the other 2, I will remove those GPUs to put a, let's say, 4090, or I would put like, I don't know, 5080 around there. I don't know, I gotta test things out. I mean, if I can get a 5090, I had a chance to get a 5080, but too slow. I didn't go and get them. There was 11. There was 11 of them left in the store in the micro center close to me, and I just was too lazy to get up, and I kind of thinking about it. But next week, I think the 40, I mean the 50, 60s, and 70s are supposed to come out. So I can, I don't have to spend the night, you know, sleep over in front of the store. Nah. That store, not that many people go there to that store. They don't. You can, if you're there early, you can get something. You know, not that many people do that at that area. They don't, and I can get there really early because it's really close to me. But right when the doors are opening. But yeah, I can just invest and just like, all right, let me get one and test it out, see how things run. Like, 4080 Ti or something. I mean, 5080. Throw that up, see how things go. Um, and I still would need a power supply too, because I don't know if the 4080, I don't know if you guys know the 4080 has that 12 pin connector. I don't know. I know the 5080. I have to look it up, but if I need that 12 pin connector, I'm gonna have to get another power supply to support the 12-pin connector. This thing is horribly dirty. I did the best I can for now. It's still dirtyish, but it works. This works. But it works. But yeah, everybody wants to make money, right? He said, I was minting Zombie and a few other. Cool, cool. Yes, it was all day. Like I run eBay. Sometimes I go to Facebook Marketplace. I try to find something that I can cheap or I can fix. Do rounds checking. It's got to be reasonable. Got to be priced right. And then sometimes they're like eBay. They're up for bid and people overbid it with paying ridiculous prices. That's another thing. Price has to be right. Price gotta be right. If it's not right, I am not going for it. Price gotta be right. The price has got to be right. Let me see. Price gotta be right. Like I'm always doing these rounds, I'm always checking like eBay, scrolling and looking at what's the best deal I could get. What's the best deal I could get? I try to look a lot for things that are like broken, repairable, type of thing. If I think I could repair it, I usually do good. Maybe once or twice, I just gave up on it and was like, I forget. I'm not gonna keep on trying to fix it. Like yeah, the Doge miners, they're overly priced on the thing. The mini Doge is overly priced. I was able a couple of months ago. I was able to get them for like $70 each. Just the regular Doge miners, and I got like the Doge miner, the black one, the Nor one. I mean the Pro ones. I was getting them for $100. I had like four of them, and then I sold them, which I regret. I regret selling them, but I did. So I'm gonna stick with those because they, like mine, uh, triple mine, whatever, Dogecoin, Bells, and Litecoin. I kind of like those, and they provide heat too. You know what I mean? And I'm here in the basement. It's pretty cold. That's just it. So I kind of like those miners, and those kind of like they go for more than the other regular box miners. I mean, they don't make much to nothing, but I want to improve my solar system, and so I can just keep them on solar. I mean, it'll work on solar, but I can't do the overnight thing, you know. Especially this miner right now that I got. It's running on like how many watts? Let me check out the wall. At the wall, it's at 394 watts. So 400 watts. It's 400 watts. And that's not going to last overnight. It'll last a few hours, but not overnight. On 8 batteries too. But during the day, it's not a problem because it'll do like almost 700 watts of sun. Get around there, 700 watts. So during the day, it's not a problem, but it's the nighttime overnight that's a killer. Running it out at 300 watts, it's gonna last a few hours, and it's not gonna make it overnight. And like to have a lot of batteries, I'm gonna change the system from 12 volts, 24 volts. I can put more batteries on that 24 volts. You know, on the 24 volt. It's cheaper that way. But that's pretty much it with that. Let me try to clean a little bit, just a little bit more. Being right here. More. To get another one of these. Kind of running low there. See that? I put that shit from Microsoft. Some more alcohol. Yup. I don't know what time I'm gonna go to bed tonight, but I'll probably stay up till like midnight. I don't know. Don't drink it. No way. This is like this isopropyl is like 99.9 ultra pure anhydrous alcohol. I'm not drinking that. That would destroy your liver. You drink that like that, that will destroy your liver. You're in trouble. You are in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. You have to be like on dialysis. That is no joke. That is no play with. Yup. Yeah. Less water dries up cleaner. Uh, yeah, maybe I'll stop by Micro Center tomorrow. I like to walk around that store. That's like Micro Center's like reminds me kind of like Radio Shack, but better. You know what I mean? I used to like going to Radio Shack when I was a kid. But to me, it's similar to it, but better. Like a toy store for me. I go through all the aisles and looking around. It's like a toy store. I think it's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect though. It's still dirty. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough for now. Oh man, just gotta wait till tomorrow. Was getting food. Give me the recap. We get. We get that connect that we place. Which connect? Which connector? You talking about? Talking about the Dogecoin thing? This? It wasn't not the connector. It was the chip. The little chip there. Yeah. Yeah, chips are coming. Tomorrow I get the chip. I just removed it. It's gotta be that, man. Because when you check, right, when the other chip was there and I check over here, it's shorted. It's the capacitor is there, shorted there. So when you remove the chip, when I remove the chip and do the testing, the short is gone. So that's shorting it. 99.99% is that. Plus I already knew that that this Ethernet is not coming on. None of the lights were coming on. So that chip there is the controller chip for that Ethernet. It's gotta be that, man. It's gotta be. I had that happen on an Ice River KSO Pro that I actually bought. That it was like that, and I ended up replacing the chip there. I have chips for the Ice River one, but not that one, not this one. They're actually different. Let me see. What's that Ice River? I got a bunch of stuff. This Goldshell stuff here. Don't have too much Goldshell stuff. I have a whole bunch of these guys here for Ice River. A whole roll of chips for the what do you call it? The software, they have that. The firmware chips. I got a whole roll of that firmware chips there. So with the Ice River one, that control chip is over here. I was hoping it was the same one, but it's not, because the Ice River ones, they'll be falling all over the place here. These are the Ice River one. I have bought it when I purchased these. I buy from AliExpress. I don't just get one, I get a bunch of them. These are kind of coming out place here then. Let me just put these back. There you go. I get a bunch of chips. The Ice River ones look like this. They're larger. That's the controller chip right there for the Ice River one. And I got a whole bunch of these. because it takes so damn long for me to receive them. So I decided to get order a whole bunch of them. But you're gonna be waiting there weeks. So if I need it right away, I have some extra ones. I'll put this back. It's just a waiting period. That's a problem. I gotta put like tape on it. I got a bunch of them. See? So this is the controllers for the ice river. I gotta put like tape because it comes out. Doesn't hold correctly. Okay, have fun tinkering. Gotta hear earlier. All right, later. Look, man, next. Yeah, I'm pretty much done tinkering around. I gotta just wait till tomorrow. And this is what you need. 9 out of 10 times, you got that one that doesn't work. That ice river, KSO, right? You're gonna probably need these bad boys right here, or this, one or the other. You are going to need, Mr. Euclid. You're gonna need because you said there's no power, so right? There's no power, no lights come on and nothing. You are going to need these right here, sir. You are going to need one of these. You're probably going to be able to see it good. But one of these MOSFETs, that is, chances are that burnt out. One of them have burnt out on you. Or it could be one of these capacitors. Because sometimes what happens is, usually these capacitors will blow out first. One of these capacitors here. But if it passes through, it'll burn out the MOSFET too. So both of them could be burnt out. Or one or the other. That's what I will be looking at. Sir. Sir. Like I would check to see right where the power connector is. I would use digital meter and I would check to see if it's shorted there. If it's shorted there, 9 out of 10 times, it's one of those MOSFETs. And then you check it, one of these jammies, you're gonna see, chances are you check it one of these thermal guns, you're going to see that when you look where the MOSFET's at, or those capacitors, you probably see like the MOSFET is glowing, like you're gonna see like pulsating, or just getting really hot. That one MOSFET, that's right there. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Chances. Let me just shut this thing. I don't know. Upstairs, we get some tape. Dead giveaway, sir. Yeah, I even have MOSFETs. The MOSFETs for the Goldshell right here. Got those. Got some capacitors. And I got these little chips right here. Those control the thingamajig. Thingamajig. They control the thingamajig, sir. It's fun. It's fun and frustrating at the same time, honestly. Fun. It's fun and frustrating. If you like to have fun and frustrated because you can't figure it out, mess around with electronics. Oh. Fun frustration. Fun frustration. Yeah, it's cool. It feels great if you can get it. If I can get it working, it's gonna be cool. I mean, I can't wait to get that damn freaking chip. I'm like, I can't wait. So I could just point out some chips like this. This is the CPU right here. Silver one, that's the CPU. This is the RAM over here, and this here is the I forget the name. Uh, Whatever the BIOS, whatever, you know what I mean. That stores the firmware chip. This is the firmware chip right here. Firmware chip. This is the CPU, and this is the RAM right here. Right there. In this section here, this all controls Ethernet. This chip is the main. That chip that I removed is the main what controls the Ethernet. And the other little things, resistors and capacitors, just make things move back and forth. You know what I mean? Doesn't really have much. Maybe poking around. There's not really much here. Yeah, there's a bunch of capacitors. I tested up pretty much most of them, but they, like I said, it was shorting. You know, it was shorting. So first, when it was shorting, I thought it was this that was shorting it right here, this coil. So I removed the coil first, and the short was still there. Then it got me removing a capacitor next to it. Short was still there. Until I said to myself, I'm gonna have to go over here and remove this here because I know that this isn't working. As soon as I removed that, tested it, short went away. That was it. That's your problem. If I connect it tomorrow, I'm gonna see if it's still short after I can. See, the thing is that I had another one from a spare one, right? But the other one was bad as well. So I decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna remove the controller chip and put it on there. When I put it on there, right, and I turned it on, one of the Ethernet lights came on, just one, the green one, but not the yellow one. I think the yellow one's the one that does the transmission, as you know, it starts to blink. but the green one, it was only the green one that was on. But I kind of recall that that was the original problem from the other one. It was the Ethernet. But I used this for like spare parts. I stripped it. I was practicing how to remove these tiny um, whatever chips, SMD chips or whatever on that. And so being that I had that, I wasn't sure, and I removed that chip and I put it over there. But the Ethernet light came on. I almost got lucky. But I got to wait. It's a lot of waiting. That's the thing. You could figure out what it is, but then when you need a part, there's a lot of waiting involved trying to get that piece. Because you don't have it. And it could be a really tiny piece like that. It's hard to find too. You gotta go to like AliExpress and get it from China, or hope that they have it on eBay. You know, there's a lot of research trying to find the part, or directly try to get it from. Like some of those parts there, and I struggled. Especially the MOSFETs for the ice rivers. Woo! Those were hard to get. Almost nowhere. I had to do extensive research and find out a company that had them, that the readings were pretty much the same. And then I ended up finding it, and it was, let me see if this is the company. What's this? So I write stuff down, like like this. You see, when I'm working on the chip, I gotta find out what the pins do. Each pin, how much power is coming through when I'm testing stuff like that. So I'll start to write stuff down, And this is a MOSFET. This is one of them that I had a hard time finding it. And it was from Alpha and Omega, this company. I had to get it from there to get that ice river one. So I started drawing my own little diagrams to test certain chips and stuff. These are LDOs. So drawing stuff, I started writing down how much power should be coming through, how many volts are supposed to be coming through there. It's like a whole thing, man. It can take hours, and then I start printing stuff out, how the chip is supposed to function, and doing extensive research, highlighting what each pin is supposed to do. I guess so. It's like it just could become like you could be digging in a rabbit hole. I start doing all that research and said, okay, especially when you want to match a chip, because you cannot find it. Volts and all that stuff. Extensive research and writing things down and printing out what each pin is doing, so you can actually test what pin and what voltage it should be at when it's powered. It just becomes crazy, and it just, instead of just making it easy and say, you know what, F this, I'm not doing all that, I start to get really deep into that. I mean, it's fun in a way, but it's gonna also be like, be there forever. Yep. Then you start buying stuff. You start getting involved. You start getting all this stuff, equipment, microscopes. You need it. You need this, because when you're messing with these tiny circuits, you start buying meters like this and like this. You start really getting involved, and then you don't like one, so you get a different one. Or you get one then you need one for capacitors. And you start getting into thermal things. And then you start getting into this voltage thingy here. You know what I mean? So you could uh, inject voltage. Then you start getting things like this. You start getting things like that. UV thingy. It's just on and on and on. And then you need one of these jammies here. You're gonna need one of these jammies here to heat up. And that shit is not cheap either. That was like about almost $400 for that. Yeah, just about, you know. And this was a couple of $100s or so. Yeah, a few $100s on it. Yeah, you start getting so freaking overwhelmed, and you need this microscope. You know, I mean, I could hook it up to the computer. The only thing is, I don't have a computer down here to hook up with. I would like to, so that I mean, I could record it, but I'm gonna do something though. And then you need power, you know, to charge up all your shit, and then you know, to work with it. Then you start. What happens is you start to get all right. First thing you're gonna say, "Oh, I need a soldering iron," right? You're gonna say that. And you start getting involved. You say, "I need a soldering iron." So, you know, you're not messing with. You're messing with microscopic chips. Then what you do is you go. First thing you do is you go, okay, let me go and get a soldering iron. So you get one like this. So you get one like this. And this is not going to do the trick. You're going to struggle. You can't do it with this. It ain't going to work with that. So you find yourself buying another one and says, okay, I need something smaller than this because it's you know, it's hard to work with, you know, with you know, and you need the right point. And you still find yourself and say, I can't work with this. It is too difficult. It's in my way. It's too much. Then you go and you say, I got to get something like this. These are the ones that you really need. You need small stuff like this to work with in order to work with this microscopic chips. Literally microscopic. I mean, there's chips here that are so damn tiny. I don't know if you can see them, but they're so damn tiny. Like you see these right here. This ain't even the smallest one. These are not even actually the smallest one. There's smaller ones than that. And then you start going into deeper instead. Now you need a whole, see all these booklets here? You need resistors and capacitors. Tiny microscopic ones. If the one's burnt out, you need it. And if you don't have it, that's gonna hold you back. That's gonna hold you back. And then you start getting a whole bunch of things. And you need the right tweezers. You need the right tweezers. I have a lot of tweezers. You gotta get ones that are like bent like this. You need this. And you gotta get good ones too, because you get these flimsy, cheap ones. If you get, they just bend and you can't, it's hard to work with those. You need good tweezers. These are good. These are that says best on it. These are really good. They're like strong. Can't use those. You know, I bought a set from Amazon. Those things they're just bend and stuff like that. You can't grab good. You know, maybe for the beginning. And then you need tiny little drills. You need little drills because you need to drill stuff. Seriously, you need little drills. You're gonna need stuff, man. You're gonna get stumped so many times. You're gonna get stumped a lot. Yeah, you need little tiny bits. And you need stuff like this. Little point needles to move things around. These are like, oh my God, you need this. These precision needles, you need this. One is bent, has a bent tip, slight bent tip, and one doesn't. You need these. Oh man, these are lifesavers. I'm telling you. You need stuff like that. About that, you can't precisely move stuff, or this is just going to be very difficult. And you need little tiny condoms like this. No, these are not condoms. These are, for your fingers when you're working on stuff. Oh man. Yeah, man, you need a lot of stuff. You get too involved. Then you need masking. You need the masking stuff here. You need that. You need a lot of things, man. It's like this so it's just on and on and on and on. You need this to remove solder. It's hard to work with. For me it is. And then sometimes depends if the solder has lead or not. You're gonna have to use this kind of solder, low melt solder, to remove the stubborn ones that you can't get out. It won't melt easy because it needs a lot of heat, and then you don't want to burn the board. Woo! It goes on and on and on. It's like never ending. Then the tip breaks. And you work on, you're set back again. It set you back. I just bought a set of 3 tips for this. I had broke one. One of them broke. So I decided to just buy 3. A set of 3. Not the same one, but 3 different tips. It'll set you back. It's just on and never stops. And you'll be like, I need this. I need that. I need a voltage injection tool. It's just on and on and on. But I think I'm good for now. But that's why I like to go into the store to look around. You need a lot of stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's not over with. You're gonna need shit. And you need like things like this. Let me see that pop up some more stuff. What? There's more? Yes, there's more. When you want to work on this stuff, there's more. There's more. You're gonna need little tiny small crap like this. You need small ones like this. But you're gonna catch yourself. You're gonna need this to clean, brush off, and the metal side to scrape off stuff. You're going to need stuff, sir. Wire strippers, I got that. Small ones. Yeah, man, it's just non-stop. You're gonna stuff yourself in. And then you're gonna need jumper wires like this. One that is covered with enamel, and one's just straight non-covered. Okay, because there's gonna be times you're gonna need jumper wires. I've had that lots of times when I'm working on computers. You need to jump more wire than I use for jumping. Yep. See, I got like extra ones. Solder mask. And I got 2 extras. This, you need this. Amtech flux. Can't get enough of this. This is lifesaver. I should put these up here, right? I could put them here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put them here. Because I'm not using those. I already have one that I'm using. Yeah. You need those things. You need things. You need things. I can look through stuff and say, okay, I need that. And I'll try to order it. Not because I just want it. It's because I know to make the job easier, you will need stuff. Yeah, which when when I'm messing with the stuff, I'll be crying. I'll be like, I need this. I need it. I can't work without it. It's too difficult. Especially this machine. I was dying to get this. I was like, I have to get this. There's no way I cannot work with these cannot remove these tiny chips without that. You just need it. I had to just throw some money away and say, let me get this. Then you got your little liquids you need, like alcohol. You need things like this when you're working with retro computers. You know, the clean detox. You need an electrical cleaner like that, right? Let's see what else. You gotta have that stuff. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Messing with retro computers and video game consoles. You need that stuff. More contact cleaner. More contact cleaner. I don't really recommend this too much, but I use this brass when I clean the contacts as well for video games. If you're messing around with hard drives and stuff, not hard drives, disk drives, you're gonna need some lithium grease like this, you know, for the motors and stuff, and moving parts. And, you know, you could, I mean, you get a duster, but I have that one here, which my wife got me this one instead, which is the one that you charge up. I got that instead of this. I used to use this all the time. I have to always buy a can. But I use that. That's fine. It's good enough. Sometimes I use this can one, you know, but okay, before this machine here, I'm gonna tell you, this one you could set the dials for how hot you want it, and there's gonna be times that you need to specifically heat things up a certain degree because you will burn it if it's not right. Because before that, I was using this, okay, and this is not that great, you know, because there's only two switches here. One is like freaking 1,000 degrees and one like 500 degrees. And you will literally burn stuff. Seriously burn down, dropping things. You will seriously burn things with that. You know, it's not good. You know, it's okay for basic stuff. When you start getting deep into it. Okay, and then it doesn't end there. So I'm gonna show you. So this is what I started with to desolder. Okay, this desolder gun right here. This is okay. You know, it's okay. It just takes a longer time to do it with that. You gotta click, suck, like that type of thing. So I had to go ahead from that because it was extremely difficult and spend over $300 and get this one instead. Okay, this is a way better. This is a Japanese one. This is way 100 times better than the other one. Okay, to desolder. This is the soldering gun because the other one, man, you'll be there all day trying to desolder stuff with that. If you try to remove certain chips. But that was before I got this, because this will take stuff out too. You know, that would decide. You know. But if you're doing specific stuff, you need that. I'm just right now I'm just dropping a bunch of stuff back here. Okay. And now I'm gonna look for what I dropped back here. There it goes. Oh God, nothing's easy. Dropping stuff. Whoa. Yep. A lot of things, man. Like I said, it just could keep on going. Depends on what you're working on. And then it doesn't end. It's just not from there. Okay, now you're gonna be like, hey, where's your oscilloscope? Okay, you're gonna need an oscilloscope too. You know, I mean, you could work with a lot of stuff and you know what the hell you're doing. But you know, I go ahead and I say, hey, all right, let me get me an oscilloscope, which has saved my ass too. Okay, so then I go and I get this little guy here. This has helped me fix Ice River KSO Pros or Ultras. You know, this little the small, tiny oscilloscope. So I had to get this thing. Yup. That was another thing I got. It just never ends. Unless you want to make your life easier. Or you're going to do playing guessing games. You're going to struggle with the guessing. Just put this stuff back. As I move this stuff around, I like to put it all back. Oh. What's bare bones price to get into repair? Ooh, let me see. So four. To have a decent amount of stuff is four. You could probably survive with at least $1,500 worth of stuff. $1,500 should get you a lot of things. 15 to maybe $2,000. You know, around that range. To get, you don't want to get good stuff. You don't want to get, like I said, like you go and you buy a bunch of these. You can get some on Amazon, but they're just gonna be so flimsy and they're not gonna be good. You know, you when you're messing around, you're gonna burn your hands. You know, sometimes you need a long one like this. You want to hold it from back here, type of stuff, because you mess with something that's freaking like 700 degrees. You can burn your hands. I burned my, you know, I got scars from being burnt. You can see that, like that, from being accidentally burnt quite a few times. But you want to get, you know, decent stuff. So you probably could spend a good $1,500. You know, you got to get the microscope with a stand, and a decent, you know. You don't have to get a super duper expensive one. But you're looking at like this, you're looking at 400 for this. You gotta get this. You gotta get this. You gotta get it. You gotta get that. You gotta get that. You need these here. Okay, you could probably get these for like maybe 60, I don't know, $70, depend. I have two of these. Okay. Sometimes I flip from one to another one because of what they do and how many ohms, whatever. So this one was a little more expensive. Yeah. This one probably was like, I don't know, maybe $70. This one's like, I don't know, 50, $60. I don't know, maybe less. Then I got this one. This one's a capacitor. This is another capacitor one right here. I got this one right here. This one alone was $300. $300. This was over 300, about $350 around there for this one specific one. And they have different ones, but they have like they're cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like you turn them on, they're like it takes for the picture to like you know, it's like behind type, you know, slow. They had a better one, but I didn't want to spend $400 than this one. But it's just okay. It's another $300. You can get this for about, I don't know, $70-$80 around there. You're gonna need that because you want to shoot in some voltage. You know, you could also charge up batteries with this. You know, or you know, put in voltage or turn something on. You can dial it to a specific voltage. You know, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You're gonna come out to like about $15. Cause then you need, you know, you're gonna need little things. You're gonna need soldering wires and the rolls. I got two sizes here because sometimes you need a little thicker than the thin. And they're not gonna cost you like one of those rolls could cost you like $20 each. And then you gotta get these things. You know, you gotta get these, and these cost about $17 each. Uh, you get these bad boys. You're gonna roughly like $1,500. And then little things to hold it and things, just charger things, to power shit up, and you gotta get these. And I would say 1,500 plus. If you could find the deal. So I would have like $1,500 to get you nice and started. I mean, you could do it with probably less, but you're gonna struggle, man. I've struggled. Trust me, I've struggled. With the fact that that's why I had to move on from certain tools, because if they're trying to desolder shit, you don't have the right tools. It's gonna be almost impossible to get some stuff out. I feel like I got a whole bunch of these. I got some sets of these. No good, man. Cheap shit. I got them somewhere around. I got a bunch of stuff that I don't even use anymore. Like those soldering irons that I showed you. I got like 3 soldering irons. I moved on from each of them, and till I narrowed it down to this. This is like, it works wonders, because the thing is, the other ones are big and bulky. You're working on tiny stuff. You want a tiny point, you want a really tiny point. Like really, like literally tiny. When I say tiny, you mean tiny points. And the other ones, they're gonna be too thick. And then you're gonna need things like this to hold it in place while you're working on things, because then it's gonna move around while you're trying to be steady. You're gonna need something like that. See how I got it on this one here to hold it in place. This damn thing was like $70 for just a piece of metal. Expensive. I couldn't get it any cheaper. It was like $70. I don't know. You can probably find it cheap on Amazon, but and I wanted to get a big one. And actually, I got this one. I thought it was bigger. I was kind of like guesstimated. I was hoping it was bigger, but it's not as big as I thought it was. This was like $70 fucking dollars. This one was a cheaper one. I don't know. I think I paid like $20 for this one. But this one works too. It works fine. But I needed something bigger, because if you're working on a larger board, you're gonna find yourself stuck. And it all adds up. It all adds up. It'd be like, if you need like 1,500, I would say around that range. Yeah, get into it. And you could. One of the things is like, I'm not an expert. I learned myself a lot of this stuff from breaking stuff and trying to fix it myself when I was young. I was always into electronics. That's one of the things. Always into electronics. Always messing around with electricity and stuff like that since I was little. Always blowing stuff out, putting light bulbs together and figuring out, connecting into a series and see how that functions with X amount of batteries and stuff. I used to always mess around with stuff like that since I was a kid. So, I started to learn from there. I had soldering wire. Like I said, I used to, Radio Shack was my place. I used to always walk there. I used to walk to Radio Shack and look around and get soldering iron and or get soldering wire from there and all that stuff from there, all kind of stuff. That was my place. So from then I just kept on. I still throughout the years I would, I do my own repairs. I don't really like to repair for other people like I could do it, somebody brings it to me and I repair it and whatever, charge them a price. I don't really like to do that too much. I've done that stuff, I used to do repair VCRs, just to make a few bucks. I used to do that, and I kind of showed my brother how to do it. It's easy. It's easy. You just open up the repair. 9 out of 10 times it's this prop that's messed up. Since I was little, I was doing that, fixing VCRs, just doing it for a hobby, like, and make a few dollars, type of thing. But I just don't really like to do it like for people to send me equipment and that stuff, because then you always got that person that send it to you, and then they'll say, oh, it wasn't like this or whatever, you know what I mean, and actually the item was like that, and they start to complain. You don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. You get these people, oh, you broke it more. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like this. It wasn't scratched like this. Where's the scratch come from? I don't know. It probably was there, That's the thing, you're dealing with customers. When you're dealing with electronics, you have to, you have to write a disclosure, whatever, that agreement, whereas the fact that you could, because this, messing around with this, you go blow it out. You could burn a person's thing out. So you have to, they have to sign an agreement where the fact that something could short out, something could break, it could be worse, It's like no guarantee, Things could break, they can crack, this that brings stuff to you where it's, in a fragile state where it's about to, or something else is about to blow on it, and once you put that part in, but the other part is bad, which will blow another thing, burn something else out. Like for instance, you see how you have these what is it, the cables from the veteran miner, whatever, and you see that the connector part, whatever, overheated, Well, you gotta look at it like this. There's a reason. When you first plug it in, it gets warm, it gets hot, whatever. But it's going to hit a certain point where it's going to be a certain degree, where that's going to be its peak. But something there caused it to make it too hot. Because I'm sure you had it like that connected there for months. But it overheated. But something had caused that to get excessively hot. That's why sometimes like power supply, sometimes when you have a power supply, right? For instance, with computers, you have a computer there, right? And then it shorts, it burns out. There's a reason why that computer shorted out, burnt out. So sometimes you go into the power supply and it could be coming from the power supply that something happened within the power supply that it caused a surge of power to go into that computer and burnt it out. So what happens is usually the capacitors there, they're it depends on what kind of capacitors you have. You have cheap ones. You have cheap capacitors in that power supply. They can go bad, and then if it goes bad, it would send a power right into that computer, and it will burn it out. So a lot of times it could be that. Those kind of things. It's just that one surge of power, that excessive surge of power, will just screw everything up. But there's a reason why it happened. Originally, it's supposed to function a certain way, but that's that one thing can cause it to burn up. Like you plug it in, it's only going to go to a certain degree. Like I said, you plug it in, it might get high, it might get to 100 degrees or whatever, but it's not going to be like excessive where where it's gonna blow. Like like a lot of people, they can like put a lot of fancy little, like let's say they open up a miner, people put these little heat sinks there. Those engineers already know what to do. So then you go and you open up the mine and you put these little heat sinks and all, like play around. People just want to do things. Those engineers already know what to do. They already know how to set up. You go, oh, it's getting too hot. And then you go, oh, it's getting too hot. Let me check. It's about 110 degrees. Bro, these things can get really hot and still function. These things can go up to like 600, 700 degrees before it actually fails. I'm serious, you know. Because when you got to remove one of these damn things, those things, you got to really make this damn thing really hot. You're talking about 700 degrees to really remove that, to melt that, that solder there and remove that solder. So like some people be like, oh, it's like 90 degrees. It's too hot. It's not too hot. It's not. You looking at maybe too hot would probably be like close to 200 degrees might be too hot, but 100 degrees is not too hot. They can run no problem. So, it's like people just want to tinker around with things and put these little heat sinks on top and stuff like that. So it's not too hot. It's losing hash rate. Like some people, they'll go and their computer, right? They just want to tinker around and take the CPU out or whatever. They want to repaste it. They just want to play around with things, But they want to put the paste this certain way, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to roll it on or whatever, exit on or whatever it is. Just want to put it on evenly. Man, just plop the thing on and put it on top, just like the companies do it. They're not doing nothing specifically. That's the way I do it. I'll just go whip, boom, close it and put it in. That's the way I do it. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna smash out. It's gonna spread out. It's gonna work. If you want to do it so specifically, or they overdo it, they put too much. Or they do like, let's say they use that liquid metal. Honestly, never, ever use liquid metal unless you know what you're really doing. If that stuff gets too hot and it leaks around and it creeps under your CPU, that happens a lot. It'll burn out your whole CPU, your whole thing. That happens a lot. I wouldn't even recommend messing with that liquid stuff. But, whatever. I'm just talking shit right now. Talking crap. Bare bones here. It was fun. What time is it? I don't know. I think I'm going to go on the computer upstairs and play around a little bit. And I'm going to get out of this. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to go upstairs and mess around till tomorrow. I'm going to talk to you guys later. So, but anyway, let me see. This is my other hobby right here. I'll show you. This is my other hobby. I got these guys right here. This guy's sleeping half dead, half asleep. This is my other hobby here. This is my baby Aldabra tortoise. This tortoise here can get up to 600 pounds. But that's my other hobby. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to let you guys go. I'm going on the computer and mess around upstairs. And I am out, guys. Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow because I'm going to be probably live trying to fix that thingy or burning something out. And I'm out. Latest.